We're doing a debrief.
We are.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Of the adventure.
The week.
The week. I suppose part of it has got to have been the getting to grips with the locks.
Yeah.
That was quite fun.
Yeah, that was a
Which I
good.
think we nailed by the end of it.
Yeah, but by the very last lock.
By the very
we
last
had
lock,
it.
we had it.
Yeah.
And that's the gated locks, you know, where you're going through. Loch Ness, that was really interesting to see how choppy a lock can actually be. That was quite something, wasn't it?
And it did feel really choppy at the time. I would say
Yeah,
post that.
no, it was like a mill pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that, having been through the non-Corryvreckan,
Yes.
the road to the Corryvreckan is worse than the Corryvreckan itself.
Absolutely. And
On
I think,
another level.
You know, the video didn't quite. I don't think yesterday's video quite did it justice.
No.
Because like literally we were getting hit from all directions.
Every side, from behind, every angle.
And at some points, like we were just looking up. We were looking up at like.
Yeah, over 2 metre swells. That was scary actually.
And
2.5 even possible. 2.5, 2.3, 2.5, 2.8 I would say some of those
probably.
guys, because you were coming down. I mean, it took off twice.
We did, and that hurt. It hurt when actually taking off didn't hurt.
No.
Landing hurt.
And that motor, gosh, 40 horsepower, and like I said before, I've got a 12-inch prop on it, which gives you thrust. I think if I'd have put a 14 on it, that could have been problematic, because it would have given us more speed, but we haven't needed more speed at all.
No. We've had when we wouldn't be sorry, we haven't been able to use the speed. I mean, this morning was the first day that we've really been able to fully use the speed.
Yeah.
And some of the locks on the canal. We could use the speed, but
really pin it a bit.
it's been really few and far between the opportunities.
Okay, favourite points. I think for me, whilst you're thinking, my favourite point has to have been just going to the Corryvreckan this morning. That was part of my big tick that I wanted to do, and I have to say, when you watch the video that I did last night, which was yesterday's video, there's a point there where I'm on a slip road, the slip, and thinking, we'll just get the boat in, and I'm so glad I did. And Rob's been really good at encouraging me to keep going, and just buzzing over to the Corryvreckan this morning was really cool, so that's a big tick for me. But then I think also just going through some of those big waves, and then seeing what the Sea Ride is capable of. I mean, it's a capable little boat.
Very capable little boat.
I'm taking it out today. Just what I was just, there was sometimes where I was thinking, all this slamming, is the bodywork, is the hull going to be all right? Do you know, she's fine. There's not a mark on her. She seems like it could do it again with ease.
Yeah.
So, albeit this time yesterday I might have been saying, I'll never do it again. I actually would.
You would.
Because now looking back on it, it's been amazing. So my takeaways, Corryvreckan I loved, and then just some of the just bezzing it, you know.
Yeah.
It's been good. And actually, last night, albeit the sleeping bit wasn't great in the tent, but the sunset, the steak, the noodles, the hot chocolate with the whiskey in it, it's good.
It was good, and that was one of my biggest takeaways was that. That last night was just incredible.
It was stunning. It really was stunning.
I would have rather just left the tent and snuck to a hotel,
With you on that one. I have to say,
freezing.
the facilities were hilarious.
Yes, I mean, the shower. I don't think we called the shower. We didn't catch the shower, but it was.
Oh no, I've got a picture of it. I'll try and sneak it in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll do outtakes. That's what I'll do. I'll get a load of things to do outtakes.
The showers.
The showers will make the outtakes, and hopefully we can do smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But
Cool.
for me, absolutely the biggest takeaways and the highlights. I think I've got a lot of different highlights. Do you know? I've enjoyed. Yes, there's been times when we've been absolutely soaked. I mean, drenched.
Yeah.
From the inside out as well. I mean, my pants have been wet.
I didn't get that wet.
No.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you. We're just in the middle of a YouTube clip. Do you want to say something?
Oh, YouTube on pressures, aren't
Yeah, no, God, just say something quickly. Where are we?
Ben Nevis Hotel and Leisure Club.
Thank you very much. And
Is
you
that
just
all?
served us.
Haggis bonbons.
And we're going to enjoy them. Thank you so much.
Did you post on YouTube?
We will be posting this on YouTube.
What's
Yeah.
your YouTube name?
Rob 777DW.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Will you?
And I'll watch myself when you
Yeah. Give it a few days and it'll be up.
of course.
Cheers. Right, so knife and fork.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll come back to this. Starter gone. And we're back to Rob's highlights.
So I think I was talking about my pants, maybe. Well, no.
You mentioned that you'd wet your pants.
Well, I didn't.
Oh no, sorry, the sea day. That was right. Yeah.
There was points where, like, I was trying to look at the chart plots and wipe my glasses, look at the chart plot to see where we were in between waves, and we didn't have that time.
No, and I think the other point is that sometimes when you did wipe your waves, you broke the one of the arms
Yeah,
several times. I
several
believe.
times, yeah, and then lost it several times.
And then always found it. And then on the last trip today, which was our last trip, I said, "Oh, you could use my spare ones."
Yes, thanks for that.
I feel like I did mention it a few times.
No, I'm not sure. Anyway, highlights. So despite being wet, I think one of the highlights is not surviving. It's a very capable boat, and we wouldn't have gone out in anything incapable. However, we were caught out a few times.
Yeah,
I would say,
definitely.
And for such a little boat, you know.
And it wasn't for not looking at the weather, not looking at the swells, not looking at the charts, because we looked at them all, but every single time. I think the one factor that my certain takeaway would be in doing this sort of thing again is wind makes a massive difference
Ready
to.
for your mains, lads?
Yes.
We are. Do you want to say anything on our YouTube video?
Yeah, go on.
What do you want to say?
Welcome to the Ben Nevis, where the best staff with the best beats reside.
And the little drum rolls that you get when you order.
Yeah. Cool, beat the beat.
Well done, you.
Thank
you very much. We're there. So, we were saying we're ready for our main course, but other than that, we were also saying that the boat is capable, and how it performs. I sort of mentioned about how the wind makes such a big difference to whatever weather you're experiencing, and how that needs to make, because we looked at so many, you looked at loads of weather apps, I looked at weather apps, swells, etc., and none of them have really told us the reality. And I think those areas that we've been travelling have got a very rocky floor, for want of a better word, which then if the wind is pushing that swell along it just comes up. And like Rob was saying yesterday, there was one point where there was waves swiping us left, right, in front, and even sometimes pushing you from the back, which was, you couldn't read those waters. It was really challenging.
You did really well. I just want to say that you were, you got the feel of the boat. You got to understand how it, and you just did awesomely at that.
Thank you very
I
much.
think I
appreciate that.
The boat did awesomely. You did awesomely.
As did you. Mutual complimentary thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, I just kept pushing you to do the.
Come on, do it.
We can do it.
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been really good, and I'm really impressed with the boat. And there'll be another one. There'll definitely be another Amisti II adventure. Definitely. And do you know what? Another one of mine. I did enjoy doing the canal as well. Twice a day, but doing the locks. Yeah, no, and it gave us a great opportunity to get used to the boat, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, arguably, I got the boat all done up over winter, took it out a few times, but never did anything major on it.
No.
And actually what we've established, which is good to record this, is that front fuel tank, which is 25 litres I think of fuel, will give you roughly about 4 hours of travel.
Yep.
And that includes chop. I mean, if it's real chop, you probably want to excuse me, reduce that down by half an hour. But we did I think every major journey we've done, we've only used one tank. We've not had to do a fuel swap over. We've obviously had fuel to do that, and always top that top tank up. But that's been the major. So 45 miles on that front tank.
Yeah,
nautical miles, which is good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So I think at the end of the day,
it's night. And if you get a night like last night where the sun sets and you're camping, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But not the sleeping. You need a hotel, somewhere nice for that.
Yeah, absolutely do. But no, thank you for letting me be part of this adventure. It's been
Thank you.
awesome.
And thank you. This is Amisti II Adventures. Over. This is the Ben Nevis. This is the Ben Nevis Mega Burger. Looks good, Rob.
It does look good. It's going to taste good as well.
Oh yes, it is. Enjoy. So as I drive home away from Corpac, just a few reflections on owning a Amisti II for the last 8-9 months and what we've done with it. So having stripped it right back, got rid of the 2-stroke engine, and had, I don't know if many of you have seen the YouTube clips that I've done, but there's an early one where I was out with Robert. Robert came down to visit me, and we went out with the 2-stroke engine when I had the little Yamaha 4 horsepower auxiliary. We broke down at Tollsbury, and then the auxiliary broke down as well. So both of those got repaired and both of those got replaced, and then all the work that took place on the Amisti, getting her where she is now, and just what an amazing boat the Sea Rider SR4 is. You know, some of the swells that we were going through were massive. They really were big swells for a small 4-metre boat, and I know you sit really low down, so you really experience all that the sea is doing. But it's been such a great little experience, and I think Rob worked out that we've done something like 250 miles ish on that since having gone up last week. So we obviously started at Corpash and went all the way up the Caledonian Canal to Inverness effectively. I mean, all the way back down, and Loch Ness was really rough, which really did shock us both. So that threw some challenges our way. But what was really, one of the interesting things of that was as well, we fueled up on that front tank that holds, I think it's 25 litres. That will do 4 hours at sea, doing your 20 odd knots, but then likewise in rough water coming back, and where it's ploughing through those waves, that will do sort of a full 4 hours worth of fuel and about 40 to 50 miles. And then going out to sea from Corpac, the reason I'm doing that, if anybody doesn't know, is because it's spelled C-O-R-P-A-C-H, and obviously the Scots people, sometimes it's the NCH is a ch, sometimes it's a, sometimes it's something else. So Corpash. Anyway, apparently it's Corpash. I asked a local. When we went out to sea, from there we had a really nice trip out towards Tobermory, but then when we crossed the Sound of Mull, oh my lord, that was hard, that was horrible. It was very challenging, that was. Some big swells, some big water, and everything was very slow going, so much so that we actually had to pull in because we had enough fuel. And I think the big thing of that was filling that tank up, the front tank up, meant you didn't have to travel to the back of the boat. When we had a lot of luggage on there as well, we were both had 5 days worth of luggage on the boat, so there was a lot of stuff. She was weighted down quite a bit, so you didn't want to be climbing over that one when there's swells, significant swells, 1.5 metre swells, and they were breaking, so they were crowning swells as well, which makes it really challenging. Anyway, we got in, that was great. We had 2 days in Tob, And then one day we went out to kind of go to another place just off the top of Tobermory, and that was really, really rough again, really challenging. We made it, I think, a good way out and made the turn to go in, but it didn't calm down, and just felt once again like it was too rough. But the Sea Rider all the time was taking it in its stride. So as I say, super impressed with the Sea Rider. And then our trip over to, I can't remember, Crew, something like that, which is near Scarborough, Jura, and the Cove Wrekin, where we camped for the night. Once again, some crazy waters. And apparently some of the locals say that the Cove Wrekin isn't the worst stretch of water there is out there. You've got a lot of rocks on the bottom of the water, which when the tide is rushing in and out, create those kind of whirlpool effects. And we went through something like that at high tide on our way to Crew, and it was so challenging. Those waters were kind of hitting you left, right and centre. There wasn't any kind of rhythm to get into, which was really hard. But then that last day was great. So yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, coming away from Crew to early in the morning. We set off, we was up at 6ish, took our tents down, benched it straight over to the Cove Wrekin, which I really wish we'd stayed long before, because we got some sort of mild footage but nothing brilliant. But it was amazing to see it, amazing to be a part of it. And ironically, all that area clearly has a lot of that sort of stuff going on, and that space where we was hitting those waters, where we were getting sort of left, right, centre being hit by water and big waves, that's clearly an element of what the Cove Wrekin has going on. So when we came back through that on the return trip, what was very interesting with that was that you'd drive over on the boat or ride over on the boat, and the boat was kind of doing this skitty thing underneath because it was being moved by that's like a 17 knots. So it was, yeah, really, really interesting. And anybody who's a boater, I recommend doing it. You've got to stay safe, obviously. You've got to do it in sensible stuff and have everything that you need to have. But brilliant. So I suppose my takeaways are from all of this, it's been a cracking adventure. Robert and I always joke about our adventures, saying there always seems to be something out. So we've done some motorbike stuff. It's usually on the water one way or another. This is the first time we've ever filmed it, because I've kind of thought, you know, having watched Harry Dwyer and all those episodes was such fun, I thought I'll just do it myself. And really and honestly, it's a keepsake for me and for Robert to have shared, and been privileged to be able to share it with anybody who's interested in it, for our families and friends if they want to watch it. That's why we did it. But it's been an amazing journey, really, really, absolutely loved it, and don't regret having done it. There was a moment there where I genuinely thought, you know, I just want to get the boat out now, I want to be on land. But I'm so pleased with Robert, he didn't let me do it. He was like, come on Bob, no, we need to carry on, it's going to be fine. And I'm really pleased he did that, because I'd have missed out on seeing the Cove Wrekin. I'd have missed out on that amazing trip back yesterday, which was incredible. I think we did about 50 miles yesterday, and it was only the last 10 or 15 minutes where things started to whip up again, and even that wasn't that much. We were near enough at Fort William, so yeah, it was brilliant. I loved it. The meals, the laughter, the scary moments, the highs and the lows. It's been like a good film, do you know? Some highs, some lows, a lot of fun. And I thank Robert McDonald. So Rob, if you watch this one, thank you, mate. Love you loads. You're amazing. I appreciate you. I appreciate Charlotte and the family for letting me come, or for letting you come away. I appreciate Jeannie, my boys, for allowing me these privilege to be able to come away as well. And for my other brother-in-law, David Debs, thank you for letting me stay those 2 nights. The bed was very welcome, as is your friendship always. Mother-in-law, nice to see you whilst I was up there. Just everything was brilliant. I've loved the support from family and friends. My nephew Harvey says he's going to put a link onto Netflix. Need to film you, Rob, Uncle Rob. So thanks for doing that, Harvey. Brilliant time, loved it all. The people we've met on the journey, Some of them have been in the videos, they were happy to be in videos. The food, laughter, fun. Anyway, Amisti II Adventures 2026. Scotland. I'd like to set foot on Jura at some point, so maybe we need to replan and do another one. Maybe there's going to be a part 2. Amisti II Adventures Part 2. Who knows? We'll see. I'll be coming into England, I think, any moment, so we'll try and get a snap of that. It's a long drive home though, another 5.5 hours to go. Alas, what fun. Hey! Welcome home, Zagsy.